Hi, welcome back to Cash Talks Football. With my over 20 plus years of coaching experience, I'm going to be breaking down all the goals of the Premier League season. Yesterday, I would have done these games, but I was extremely hungover, and so should have all of you yesterday. But I'm going to get into a couple of things. I'm going to do some predictions in a couple of weeks and talk about teams and how they're progressing and what's really going to happen as the season unfolds. But as you can see here, one of the big problems I think people are going to have is they've tried to kind of change the offside rule. They honestly, the main reason they do this, they don't change it for any good reason. They change it sort of to mess with people, and that sounds weird. What do you mean? Well, because it makes the game better and worse. Fans get to complain. Well, that's what they really want. The more times fans are in debates with people, that brings more. Puts the spotlight more on the game or on the decisions, gets more people talking about it, more clicks on online, and that's what it's really all about. And because people are going to continue to watch football, it's not like they're going to stop watching football because the offside laws changed, to something stupid again. But in this clip here, I'm going to see if you can see what I'm talking about. Do you see the step up there? Bump, bump. Okay, that's he's been yelled at because obviously his centre backs, I don't know what these two are doing here. They're used to just make, when they get to that line, trying to step back to the line to keep people offside. It's not really going to. There's no one he's trying to play offside here. That's just a natural thing that player's done. But I'm going to tell you now, in the season, as it unfolds, you're going to see players do that, and they're going to get caught because the offside rules change and the striker's going to be onside. So you're going to see that. I'm going to highlight that now. I'm going to call that out. So later on in the season, I'm going to call back to this. When I make this prediction, that's what's going to end up happening. But here we go. Look, we've got a whole bunch of players. We've got two Arsenal players. God knows what these two clowns are doing in the box. Look, they're marking each other. Like, what are they doing? Honestly. Yeah. I get they're not Forest, but yeah, come on, boys, you should do better than that. This is a magic bit of skill. We're going to slow this down and play it again here. There's enough players around him. There's no real way out unless you do that. Brilliant bit of skill. I mean, should one of these other three players be marking him? Yeah, 100%. Like, you cannot have a player free in the box and you've got three of you stood around doing nothing, watching this guy, Billy Mays, around two of you. It's awful, awful defending. Even him back here, let's just go a little slipper back. Look, before he does his little bit of skill, magic skill, this player here runs away from his man. Look, runs away from him. This is a Premier League football player right here. This guy right here, running away from his man. No idea what he's doing. Look. There's the goal scorer. Bosh. Well, sorry. There we go. Bang. In the back of the net. All because someone runs away from his man. Like, where's he going? There's no one to mark in there anyway. Absolutely terrible defending. Let's get on to the next goal and see what we can find. Okay, let's get on to the next goal and see what we can find. Here we are. Clearly should be clearing the ball right here. But what I want you to look at as well is look at the body shape and the body position of all of these players. Watch these. Everyone's kind of lazy. We've clicked on now. Clearly one of them is running. Nobody else is making any effort whatsoever. This guy right here sees his mates in trouble. He should have been actually about there so he could have given him the ball and helped him out. Doesn't even bother to move. Doesn't even care. Look, bump. Now he's lost the ball. He's looking around to see what he should be doing. Oh no, now I need to play the football. Oh my God. They still haven't done anything. Look at these Nottingham Forest players in a heap right here. All of a sudden now, Arsenal won the ball back because, quite frankly, the defender should have cleared it. And it's one of those situations when he obviously knows he should have cleared it. He cut the ball back inside. Let's just go back and show you that so you can see it. Just so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, right? So if you play it here, boom, bang, that's where he should have cleared the ball. He cuts it back inside because he thinks he's a little bit better than he is, and he gets in all sorts of trouble. And that's where he loses the ball. All of these players here are terrible because no one, as soon as that ball's gone out, there's 100 other things they could have done. But the only one thing I wouldn't want them to do is walk casually out of the box like they're not actually interested in playing the game. And that's what they've done. All of them are walking casually. They could have been, like, honestly, if they had jogged out, they could have been a little bit closer here to make this pass a little bit harder, to make the shot a little bit harder. None of that's happened. But got to give credit because it is a great goal. I do love this little strike, and he's this guy's Basaka's quite good at doing this. Is it Basaka? Oh, I can't remember. Dump. In it goes. bang. See, when that ball struck and it's hit, everyone looks like they're okay and they're all marking and they're all doing their job. But that isn't the issue. The issue is when the ball's lost here. That's the first time someone starts to sprint, start to do anything. Instead of when the ball is initially played out here and they're all still casually walking like a bunch of muppets. Can't take credit away from Saka's goal because it's great. And actually, I think the first Arsenal goal is quite good as well when he's on this little Billy Mays. Arsenal look like they're quite good. But I did catch a little bit of the first half in this as well. And quite frankly, Forest, if they had a decent striker, they could have put a little bit more pressure. Well, they had like a couple of good chances where they were one-on-one with the keeper and just couldn't understand where the goal was and completely missed it. But let's get on to the Forest goal to see if we can see if it's a one-off thingy or it's something that's going to happen with Arsenal repeatedly this season. Here we go, and this is the Not Forest goal. Arsenal all running back. And here's one of the issues, though. They've been doing this since the halfway line. Have a little watch. They're just getting outpaced. This is what Declan Rice was brought in to really do, is stop these goals from happening, these long counter-attack goals. And he just basically gets to run from free all the way past. No one really challenging him. Now, this is my big problem. Okay. You know where the ball is, because you've been following it from the halfway line as you've been running. The next dangerous thing is the man, and no one. There's a video of me talking about John Stones and the difference of him defending, and it shouldn't be a thing, but no one in the Premier League does this. No one looks at the player and looks at the ball like you're supposed to, which is basic defending. Look at their heads. No one swivel to look at the player behind, see where he is, sneaks in front, and taps the ball in the goal. Absolutely terrible defending. If you're getting outpaced from the halfway line and the guy's just a better athlete than you, sometimes you can't do anything than foul him. They weren't close enough to foul him, okay. But what you can do is track the other player that you've been running with for the last 45 yards and make sure he doesn't cut in front of you and smack the ball in the goal like that. Terrible defending again. Yeah, I know it's the first game of the season, but for title challenges, which I think Arsenal will be, I think they'll ultimately finish second. That shouldn't have happened. They should no way have let that go in. But yeah, it did. And I'll see you next time on Good Goal or Bad Defending. Chances are it's bad defending.